Hey guys, it's Eddie the Magic Monk. Today I'm going to show you how to use carousels in Bootstrap, which is a rotating slideshow of images. And the first thing you need are some pictures that are the same width and same height. So I've got 3 pictures here that I'm going to use in my, not the ball, just these 3 images that I'm going to use in my website. Okay, they're just some pictures that I took on my phone and I turned into black and white. So, yeah, let's just put the 3 pictures in somewhere to show you that they are working. So I'm just going to put them in underneath my my about section. So I'm just going to put them in here. Div class equals container fluid and slash div, and I'm just going to put my 3 pictures in here. And what were the names of them? Photo 1, photo 2, photo 3. Image source photo 2. Because what a lot of people do is they type in all this code, but it's actually the pictures that are that are spelt wrong or something. So you always want to do the smallest step at a time. So I'm going to put these 3 pictures in. I'm going to upload the 3 pictures as well to my server. So where is it? So I've got these 3 photos that I'm going to upload to my server, and once they're uploaded, we should be able to see the changes when I refresh the page. Okay, so let's refresh the page and see, and you can see that I have 3 pictures. 1, 2, where is my third one? That is the first problem. Third one is not uploaded right. Hang on. So I just uploaded it again, and let's refresh the page, and you can see that there are 3 pictures on here now, which is why we can continue. If you don't have the 3 pictures, then you can't continue beyond this point. So very important. Alright, now the next thing we want to do is set up the div for the carousel. So I'm going to change the div from a container fluid class to a carousel class, and I'm also going to add a slide class to it, and that's because I want it to show a bit of a slide transition animation. And then just put in the data right attribute for the JavaScript side of things for Bootstrap to know that we're going to have a carousel in here, and that we want to activate it and start animating it when the page loads. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's put our 3 pictures in. So we want to use another div, so let's put in here div class equals carousel inner. Okay, so that's basically defining what slides we're going to have. So put a slash div, and then we got the 3 pictures in there that we're going to put each picture inside an item. Okay, so we're going to put spread it out. Each picture we're going to put inside an item. Class equals item, and just put them in here. Oops. So yep, set it up like that, and we got our 3 pictures. Actually, it might be easier if I just copy and paste that 3 times. So, hate this formatting thing. And then, so I got it 3 times, and then I'm just going to do photo 1, photo 2, and photo 3. So I got 3 pictures inside my carousel. Okay, and then I want the first picture to be this one, so I'm just going to put active here because that is the first one, so an active class. And then I don't want to do too much, so I will just show you what it's going to look like when you start the page. So to make it spin, I'm also going to put a data interval, and that just tells you how many seconds are between each slide, how many milliseconds. So 1,000 milliseconds, which is 1 second. So this now should start spinning every 1 second. So let's refresh the page and see what happens. And every 1 second, you should see this spin. Okay, so it's doing it now. Why is it stopping there for longer? 1. You can see that the carousel gets smaller as you go through. So it's probably not a good thing that maybe 1 second is too big. Let's just make it 3 seconds, just so you have a bit of time to actually see the image. So let's save that and let's refresh and see if it's more consistent. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I guess it's more consistent, but this number here is meant to be the time in between each slide, and the default value is 5. So let's just change it back to 5. Okay, so we got the carousel, we got it spinning automatically, and now the next thing we want to do is to add in some controls to the carousel. So I'm just going to make it stop spinning by change the data interval to false. Okay, so that should not spin anymore because it's sort of giving me a bit of a headache. And then the next thing I want is to add in another class to tell where we want the Bootstrap to insert some controls to go left and right, and so we can spin it manually. So let's put in an anchor class equals, now we want it to go left first, so a left arrow on the left hand side, and it's a carousel control, and we don't actually need it to go anywhere else on the page except on this section right here. So we need to give this section an ID. So the ID that we're going to give to this carousel is just ID equals photo album. Photos. Just put photos. Okay, just easy names. ID equals photos, so that over here where it says where we want to go to, we can just put hashtag photos. So it's a link, but it's not really a link because it is simply going back to the same spot. Okay, so then we need the data slide. So we're telling the JavaScript side of Bootstrap that this is going to go to the previous image in the list. Okay, so that is the anchor we've set up, and then we want it to show we want it to actually show the handle going to the left. Now, to show you that it doesn't matter what you put here, it will show on the screen. If you just put something like this, okay, actually that's probably not going to show. Let's just put left. That is what's going to show up. Okay, so if I save that, refresh the page, and you can see what shows up. So let's refresh the page, and you can see that a little text over here says left. So when you hover your mouse over here and you click that, it goes to the previous picture. But this is already our first picture, so that's why it's sort of stuck there. So let's do the same thing for the right. So let's just copy and paste this and put a little right thing here, and let's just put previous. So we got next, and let's put here right. Okay, so let's now save that, refresh the page. Okay, so we have left and right, so you click right. Okay, so the mistake that I have found is that I've put a hashtag here for no reason. So let's just get rid of that, save it, and refresh. And you can see it is now working. Except it sort of jumps. So it's still not working because I accidentally put data slide as data side. So make sure you add a little L here to change it to slide, and save it and refresh it, and finally it's gonna work. Okay, so yep, it's now working. But this left and right character is not very professional looking, so we're going to change that to an icon. So we're going to change that to a Bootstrap glyphicon. So span class equals quotation mark glyphicon and glyphicon chevron left. All right, that is simply saying that we want a little icon with the left arrow, and then we're gonna copy and paste that and put it here for the glyphicon going to the right, and we're just gonna save that and refresh the page, and it should show up with some arrows. Okay, so it's part of the span class that it's going to put the alignment in the middle of the pictures, which is great. So this looks a lot better already. Okay, and it's yellow because previously we styled the arrow, all the links to be yellow, but if you don't want to do that, then you can simply change the styling of the left and the right. You can change the styling for carousel control. So let's just show you how to do that. So let's copy this carousel control and paste it at the top here for the styling. And just put carousel control A for hyperlinks, and then just put color is whatever you want. Let's just put in white to suit the theme. Important, as always, to make it overwrite anything else that's not what we want. And we want it so that when we do hover over it, it is black. Okay, it is black when we hover over it. And let's refresh the page. And if we hover over it, it's still yellow. Awesome. So it really should be a.carousel control, because the a tag is not within this class. It's the anchor tag that is using this class. So let's just try that first. And you can see it has turned to white, so I'm just going to put that over here. And let's see if that does the trick. It should. So we hover, it turns black, and normally it's white. So that's done. Okay, so it's a dot carousel control for a styling CSS for when the tag has this class in it. So that's useful. Whereas what we had before is for styling a tag when it's within another element in that class. Okay, so now that we got this thing happening, let's finish it off with some indicators down the bottom and some captions. So within this carousel div, I'm just going to put in here a list, OL, an order list, and then the class of that order list is carousel indicators, and it's just gonna have 3 indicators because we have 3 pictures, so 3 lists. Okay, so let's just copy and paste that 3 times, and the data target is basically saying where is the dot gonna link you to. So again, it is the photos data target equals quotation mark hashtag photos. So let's put that in all 3 of them. I probably should have done that to start off. And then we have 3 slides, so we got data slide to 0, and then we got 1 and 2. So let's put here 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then the first one is the active one, so let's put here class equals active. Okay, so that should give us 3 little dots down the bottom of this carousel, and you can see there are 3 dots here. It just shows you where we are in terms of sliding through the pictures. And then the last thing we want is some captions. So underneath each picture, let's put in here div class equals carousel caption. Okay, slash div. Oh, it's already done that. So what do we want to say for the first photo? The first photo was kangaroo. A kangaroo at my house. Okay, save, refresh, and it's got the little text at the bottom, kangaroo at my house. Okay, so that's basically it for carousels. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.